The idea or concept of giving voice came to me when I was at Heaston Grand Opera singing the role of Nadir in The Pearl Fishers. Now, I've been to Heaston Grand Opera many times, and that is a company that has been very close to my heart. They've given me tremendous opportunities, many opportunities to perform and to hone my own craft on that stage.
Larry Brownlee had asked me if I would perform in Giving Voice with him. And of course I said yes, because it's Larry and we're old friends. But I love the fact that we were going to be on stage with other African-American singers. Something that rarely ever happens, where it's just nothing but African-American singers on stage. Sometimes it's even more rare if it's more than two.
I wanted to do something to try to contribute to making sure that the audience would also be reflective of the beautifully rich and diverse community of Heaston. And so I had the idea to present a community concert. So I approached my good friends, Patrick Summers and Perrin Leach, with this idea of producing something that the community would be able to get a sense of what classical music was. And so what we wanted to do is to present a diverse program of not only classical music, opera, but also spirituals and standards. We put together a wonderful, tremendous concert last year that exceeded all of our expectations.
This year I'll be hosting Giving Voice with Larry Brownlee, and I'm looking forward to it. I just want to give that Nicole personal touch to it, and getting a chance to hear these new young singers and supporting them and giving this to the audience of Heaston, because I think they kind of want it. I think it's important to have performances like Giving Voice, because a lot of the time there are people that don't realize that opera can be accessible to them, and that there are people that look like them on the stage. A lot of the times people think that there's only a certain type of person that sings opera, just like I thought when I was in high school. I was like, black people don't sing opera. They have no clue of what that is, and until you introduce that and they say, oh, that's what that is, because out there in that audience, like we had schools brought in, out there is some girl or some boy that's sitting there, he's like, man, I like this, but they don't have this at my school or something. Maybe I could talk to my teacher. It'll inspire them to want to come and do what I'm doing. And so I want to open that venue and have that for them so that they can see themselves on stage and know that it's possible.
Plenty good room, plenty good room in my Father's kingdom. Plenty good room, plenty good room.
2020 was a difficult year for everyone. Myself as an artist and all of my colleagues, not being able to be on the stage and to take part in the thing that we have spent the better part of our lives perfecting our crafts and sharing our gifts with people has been difficult. I've tried to remain optimistic in the face of this pandemic. There has been much loss and hardship during this time, but you know, I've stayed or tried to stay resilient and to try to be hopeful and to try to work on things that when we can hit the ground running, when this pandemic is in the rear view mirror, that we will be able to return to these artistic institutions. And we hope that people will be clamoring to fill the seats of these auditoriums and theaters so we can experience this wonderful and beautiful art form in the habitat and the place it was meant to be performed.